and I heard Marilyn Monroe. He said in Marilyn Monroe, years of abuse. Hold on. Hello, Charlene. Marilyn Monroe, years of abuse, exploited. She will be known for these things. Viewpoints will change. Marilyn Monroe, systematic resets, ways of thinking will change. Child abuse. Marilyn Monroe, child abuse, years of extortion, used for purposes not of God. This will be known, the acts of her childhood abuse, years of torture. Marilyn Monroe, you will see these things will be exposed, not yet known. And then I seen a vision of John F. Kennedy. And the Lord reminded me that she has some type of interaction with John F. Kennedy. And then I heard the Lord say, time. You will see this come to pass. Everything that I'm telling you is true, is good, is holy words from the Lord.
I think that now that Marilyn would have been in her 90s, that there's more people willing to speak, and I was able to get those people, and I think that I was able to put together the most comprehensive biography that you can in this time with the information that's available. I was interviewing, his name is Curtis Taylor, and he's the son of the producer of The Misfits. And he was a child when The Misfits was being made, and he was on the set. He knew Marilyn a little bit. He was like 12 or 13 years old. So I was interviewing him about that. And while we were talking, he just mentioned casually that he had the famous nude scene that people thought was destroyed, that was long speculated about, and he had it in his filing cabinet. Now, to him, he just said it so casually, I don't think he realized what it was, but as a journalist, my antenna went up, and I knew it was something special. Marilyn Monroe lost footage is like the Holy Grail. But when you say Marilyn Monroe nude, it's like two Holy Grails. She was doing this love scene with Clark Gable, and the scene called for her to be in bed and him to come in and kiss her. And they did take after take of him coming in and kissing her, and she had the sheet covering her. And then in one take, she let the sheet drop. And I think that for Marilyn Monroe was so insecure. She always wanted people to like her. And the one thing that she was rock solid in, with all her lack of confidence, she knew that her physicality was pleasing to people, that people like to look at her, and people like to look at her body. So it was something she could give. She can give to the people on the set, you know, look, I'm making the movie better, I'm showing you my body, and also to the world. The director, John Huston, thought that it was distracting, but the producer, Frank Taylor, thought that it was so groundbreaking and so extraordinary that a major mainstream actress would do that. He saved it. She was born illegitimately, and her mother was in and out of mental institutions. On the rare occasions when she was with her mother would show her a photo of a man with a fedora, handsome guy, saying, "This is your father." At that time, Marilyn was shuffled from one foster home to another. She was in orphanages. She felt like she didn't belong anywhere. And her father came to represent security and someone who would love her and take her away from the kind of miserable existence that she had. And it's very sad because when she became an adult, she did try to contact him, and he wouldn't talk to her. He wouldn't see her, and he said, "Talk to my lawyer." So he wouldn't recognize her as being his daughter. And I think that Marilyn spent her whole life trying to find a man to be a substitute for her father, someone who would be a savior.